excellent day for an exorcism.
Welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast.
I'm Ben, calling every Russian a picket coming.
I'm John. I work at Burger King and I got some problems with his bullshit.
I'm Cobra.
It's funny that you both like really shitty movies.
I think we got a ghost in our house. Something keeps lifting the washer lid. So, I threw a load of laundry in, and it was completely spun out. I didn't put it in the dryer because we were going to go take the dog for a walk, and I didn't want the dryer running while we weren't here. So, I didn't do anything with it. Came back, and the washer lid was up. And the clothes are still in it, but the washer lid was up. And this is about at least the second, if not third time this has happened. It's only the washer.
You know, if they're gonna do that, they could at least put the clothes in the dryer, right? I mean,
you would think. But so yeah, we have no idea what causes it, because even if it gets off, center or whatever, the lid never comes up to where it'll shut itself off. So I think we have a ghost.
What you need to do is you need to get a little camera down there.
Oh.
So we can watch it open.
Yeah.
And it'll be like Paranormal Activity 5, the washing machine.
I mean, it's the same thing as the pool, right, from part 2. Same deal.
The floating tube thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's only been 2 owners before us, and no one's died in this house, or no one's, so, we have no idea what it would be, but...
You don't have kids, so it's not a poltergeist.
It just likes to open the lid on the washer. So that's my ghost story for Halloween for all you people.
That's just it. Like, ghosts aren't scary because they just do the most innocuous and stupid ass shit if they are real.
I don't want to see anything, but
I do.
If you were in the room and you watched the washer lid come up, would you move?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you?
I just don't. I would probably run upstairs like, what the fuck? It's not even that. I don't want to see like a human. What's Bill Murray or Dan Aykroyd's line in Ghostbusters? A fully formed blah 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 apparition.
Full floating something apparition.
Yeah.
Apparition.
Torso something.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. But
it wouldn't bother until they started like biting me or some shit. Then I just wouldn't care.
Is that when you draw the line when the ghosts start biting you?
When they're biting me. Yeah.
I just, have some courtesy. If you're going to open up the washer lid, put the stuff in the dryer.
Yeah, right?
Help me out.
What if it's a female ghost and it's a soft nibble like on your neck or something?
Are you talking like, what are those things called?
The reverse entity. A succubus?
A succubus. No, I'm cool with that, man. Ain't nothing going on in this fucking apartment.
You want the Dan Aykroyd ghost from Ghostbusters.
Right? Welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast. And I am John.
I am Ben.
I am Cobra.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys didn't use contractions. We're going to try and cut those out of the show. Today is some list that Cobra made up. Describe it, Cobra.
Just the best movie for the year from that year. Basically.
What was your
what was the original idea?
What was your original plan?
75 to now, with the best movie for each year.
45 movies
all
apiece in one episode.
Yeah, one episode. Yeah.
You don't have to tell people why you like it, because most of them, Jaws, there's a shark! Yeah!
Yeah, we're starting with 75, and I mean, there's no mystery here for 75 at all. It might get a little iffy in some of these years, but
yeah, looking through, I really haven't seen much in the 70s. It's a big blind spot.
I have a bunch here that, like, if I were to say they were the best of the year, I would be fucking thrown off the show, but I've seen them, so...
Oh, yeah, I have... They might not be the best movies, but they're fun as shit to watch.
So let me. Is this the best, or is this the ones that we like the most? Because I'm still not going to go crazy, but
I put down the ones I like the most.
Okay. Good, then I won't do anything stupid. Well, until we get to 77. But
You already have.
I mean, I know. Yeah. All right. Now, are we doing 2 from each year?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's what I was told.
All right. So
That's what I would hope too.
it's
So,
your.
do we all 3 go on 3? 1, 2,
I mean,
3.
Jaws. I mean,
John,
yeah.
Blake, John.
So we've never reviewed this. I don't know if we ever will. There's not a whole lot of like critical analysis that can be done at this point. It's 45 years old.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I saw it at the
It would turn
Guthrie a
into-
couple months ago. It's still great.
It would turn into a quote fest if we.
Yeah, that's all it would be. It'd be like the Ghostbusters episode.
I might be coherent during this one though.
Yeah, not falling asleep on the couch. All right, did anybody put anything down as their second movie for this year?
Yes, because you told us to.
Good,
I was
excellent.
thinking too.
All right, start with you, Cobra, since this is your idea.
Honorable mention is Trilogy of Terror. I haven't seen that many from 75. This one I remember when I was little with that little troll Haiti doll thingy like running around. I'm sure it's probably outdated and it's probably awful now, but
It's
Yeah,
a little
Hey.
politically incorrect.
well,
What?
definitely a
What do you
product
do?
of its time. Yeah. All right.
No, Ben, I'm not racist for picking that movie. I know what you're going at.
All right, I have down Deep Red. A lot of Friday the 13th murders were taken from this. So, I mean, it's just a lot of slashing, and it's just a giallo, and really there was nothing else on there that I was like, It's just 75 was a crap year. So
It's over 2 hours, isn't it?
Deep Red, yeah, it's a long ass movie.
It's Italian, I'm
Mhm.
assuming.
Yeah, it's before they kind of streamlined the giallo into like the early 80s. At least 2 or 3 kills in this movie that Friday the 13th 1 and 2 ripped off. So, all right, Ben.
Shivers.
Oh yeah,
Cronenberg.
I've never seen that one.
It's insane. I mean, it's Cronenberg, so it's like this weird apartment complex that is supposed to be the most up-to-date thing ever, and the most state-of-the-art this and that, but then there's actually, it's kind of like Night of the Creeps. There's these weird slugs that are there, and it just makes people horny. And
there's a pool orgy. That's what I remember.
yeah, there's like yeah.
Yeah.
I'm putting that on my Netflix list.
Lynn Lowry's in it when she looked good.
I don't even know who that is.
She was in a lot of. She was in the Crazies. She was in a lot of Romero films, I think. Actually, saw her at the Strand Theater in Stillionople a couple years ago when I saw the Crazies and Creepshow double bill. She was there speaking. So, a lot of plastic surgery. She looks like a
Yeah.
cat now. So, did anybody like put a couple down that like you haven't seen, but maybe they look good or you've heard something about them?
Not for this year. A couple other ones,
so
but not
this
this
year-
one.
I hear it's possibly one of the most just what the fuck movies ever. It's Sallow. Or
Oh, I've seen it.
120 Days of Sodom.
I've seen it. Don't bother. Stay away from that fucking movie. You want to watch kids eat poop? No.
I heard it's like
Yeah.
just this insane.
Ben might want to.
Oh, it's
Like that.
it's terrible for a good like 80 minutes of just disgusting shit, and then the last 10 minutes is just this like brutal shit in a like a schoolyard, people getting their tongues cut out and pieces of themselves getting cut off, and it's fucking gross. It's gross.
I think it's like I think it's Italian. They claim there's all kind of
fascism. It's about fascism.
yeah, like commentary in it that.
Yeah, my ass.
But I've heard it's pretty hard to get through.
You couldn't figure
And,
out a better way to show what it was like in Nazi Germany than showing kids eating shit? Come on.
I saw where it was like oh, it's a commentary on consumerism. I'm like, what?
Everyone is like, if I'm gonna have to watch this movie about shit, I better make up excuses as to why I'm watching it. That's the only thing I can come up with, because there's nothing there. It's just adults feeding kids shit, and one dude eats shit and grins, and he's got like corn in his teeth. It's fucking gross.
No.
It is gross.
God. So, and I saw another one that I wouldn't mind checking out sometime. Wolf Guy. It's Sonny Chiba.
I saw the box art for that. Looks like it could be fun.
So, those are a couple I saw that I wouldn't mind watching.
All right, 76. I bet we all have the same 2 movies. I don't know if we have them in the same order though. So.
I doubt you have the 2 I have.
Oh, okay. Cobra, you can go first with your top one.
Carrie's my number 1.
Same. Ben, no. Okay.
Nah.
Ben, what's your number 1?
The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Oh, yeah.
Big fan of that movie.
Ew.
I saw it. That was in your top 10. Way back.
I love that movie. There's weird comedy elements to it that just kind of like almost like slapstick that you kind of go, because it goes from, you see these brutal killings and then
like Last House on the Left with the fucking cops.
Like someone getting a trombone shoved up their head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's very strange, but the killer just really works for me. That hooded sack, and it's obviously where
Jason.
they got the idea for Jason Part 2. But yeah, you should check it out. It's good.
All right. What do you got for your number 2, Cobra?
The Omen.
Same. Yep. Carrie and the Omen. What do you got, Ben?
This one, it's a what do they call those?
Movies.
Not secret shames, but
Guilty pleasure.
So Jaws was the year before, and immediately
Grizzly.
a ton of Grizzly.
Yeah.
I love Grizzly. So this movie is just it's Jaws, but killer grizzly bear. Not even a grizzly bear, a hybrid grizzly cave bear.
Oh man.
And if I remember right, they actually blow it up with a grenade at the end, almost like Jaws getting blown up with the air tank. And this is the same director, William Girdler. Next year would do another animals attack movie with Day of the Animals, with Leslie Nielsen. It's another classic animals attack, but yeah, Grizzly's it's really fun to watch.
I've watched Grizzly 2, which is not finished.
Ooh.
It's not finished. So, but
I tried to watch not long ago another movie. I think it might be the following year, a couple years later, Barracuda. It's unwatchable.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Barracuda.
That guy, William Girdler, he also directed 3 on a Meat Hook.
Ah, yeah. That's a good one.
So,
How many are on the Meat Hook, Weaver?
2. No, 3 on 3 meat hooks. I'm sorry. It's 3 on 3 meat hooks, not 3 on 1 meat hook. All right, I have one honorable mention. Do you have one, Cobra? For 76? I have The Witch Who Came from the Sea. It's a video nasty. It's kind of a hard watch, but they're touching on subjects that back then nobody touched on. So, and there's some brutal ass deaths in that movie. It's not a fun watch though. It kind of makes you feel kind of sick and queasy, but I enjoyed it. So, all right, 77. What do you got, Cobra?
The Hills Have Eyes is number 1.
Nope, Ben's different again.
Big David Lynch fan here. Eraserhead.
I have that written down. Yeah.
So boring and bad.
No, it's awesome. It's just
I don't want
you should watch it for the sound editing alone. It's fantastic.
There's some weird comedy in that movie.
I got through about 30 minutes of it, and I was just so bored, and I was like, this is not the baby screaming all the time, and like.
Yeah, it's about a guy who, impregnates somebody, and they have a kid, and he doesn't really want to be with her, and he doesn't like the kid. And
but I don't want to watch that.
What's your second for 77, Cobra?
Well, since there was a bunch of shit, I put Suspiria as my number 2.
I actually put The Sentinel, though.
Ooh.
Well,
you saw Jeff Goldblum.
That's why.
So I could see the appeal. But other than that...
It's a long movie. It's long.
I heard it's really boring up until that last scene.
Mm-hmm. It's... I don't know, between it and Suspiria... The more I watch Suspiria, the less I like it. So...
I picked Rituals.
What's that?
Have you ever seen it?
Mm-mm.
It's like a Canadian wilderness. These doctors go on a camping trip, and
sounds like Grizz.
They wake up one morning and their shoes are missing, their boots are missing, and then they realize somebody's like stalking them, tracking them. It's a pretty good movie. I don't think there's I don't know if the cut of it I have that I saw was like real grainy. It's a pretty shitty copy. I found it in one of those packs of 50 horror films type of things. Yeah. But it has kind of a cult following, and but I'm not sure if they've updated it yet. I haven't really looked. I guess if they were able to do like a Blu-ray cut of it, or even, I guess obviously it is on DVD, but it's pretty good. It's just a wilderness. I don't want to call it Deliverance, but it's that vibe of someone stalking them in the woods. There's no squeal like a pig scene, but
yeah.
So, but it's pretty good. Hal Holbrook's in it. Was a pretty big actor. I think he has an Oscar.
That name sounds familiar.
The Fog and Creepshow.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah, he was the priest in The Fog. And what's the face? He's the one that was married to Adrienne Barbeau in The Crate.
Yeah, The Crate.
Billy.
Baloney Maloney from The Fog, I call him.
All right, 78. I don't know. I think that what's going to happen here is we're going to have the same two movies, but in a different order. I think Cobra and I might have the same number 1, and you'll have a different number 1. I think. That's my guess. That's my prediction. No.
That's my prediction.
No, okay. Cobra, what's your number 1 then?
My number 1 is Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, it's you and Ben then. All right.
No, I'm Halloween.
What the hell? I got it completely wrong. Yeah.
Halloween's like my favorite movie, man.
Halloween's number 1 for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, because we have an episode coming out, this series peaked extremely early and never came close again.
It had some zigzags towards the end, though. Like, there were... No. Never mind. There's not really very many zigzags.
It's a fun series, man.
Yeah.
Fun franchise.
It is fun, but it's...
1 through 4 can be fun.
It's fun for different reasons after that. So...
6 is fun.
I love 6, and it's not a good movie at all.
It's fun. Resurrection's
H2O's not fun.
H2O's boring. Extremely boring.
I don't mind it. Resurrection's awful.
Awful.
Yeah.
And then, Rob Zombie's...
The first one I'm okay with. The second one, though, with the white pony.
I watched a thing today about the director's cut versus the original, and, man, there are some things about the theatrical one that make it better, but also some things about the director's cut that are better. But neither one of them are better than the other because there's so much shit.
Are you trying to say, John, that the rape scene makes it better?
No, that's Halloween 1. No. The director's cut rape scene, no. It's not needed. Who was it? In Halloween 6, the Weinsteins took over, and they didn't want to have the lead in that movie shown a lot because they didn't like the shape of her chin or something stupid.
Yeah. They said she's not. She wasn't like Rose McGowan or that type of figure.
She just wasn't attractive enough for them or whatever.
Are you talking about the girl with the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The main lead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they didn't like her.
I fucking just been watching those on TV. Part 5 is fucking always on.
Yeah, it is.
Part 5 is awful.
It's so bad.
It's probably because it's the worst one and they can get the rights easiest to it or something.
It's not the worst one. Halloween Resurrection has to be the worst.
Yep.
Yeah,
Busta Rhymes kicks him.
Shocks him in the balls with a fucking electrical wire.
And Tyra Banks is in that movie too. We forgot about that.
She dies and it's like you forget that she was even there.
You know who else should have died? That dick boyfriend in the new one.
Oh, I bet he will. I bet he probably gets it.
Hey, that's Lonnie's son. Come on. Lonnie from part 1. His son is the boyfriend in 2018 Halloween. When
we get to that, which is going to be soon, there's too much of that kind of shit going on, and it's pointless. All right, so that would mean that you are Halloween for number 2, and him and I are Day of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead for number 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Did anybody write any other ones down?
Invasion of the Body Snatchers I have as an honorable mention.
And I Spit on Your Grave, too.
I Spit on Your Grave, too?
No,
or also?
Also, sorry. Yeah, because there is, 5 of them or something? Holy hell.
Did they remade the first one, and then they did the sequels also.
I've seen all of them. I wish I hadn't.
God. And let's move to 1979.
Yeah, alright, Alien.
Yep. Alien.
We should review that sometime, too. We can
I would like
to.
Yeah.
We can do the whole...
up to 4 and stop.
Yeah. I haven't seen Prometheus.
It's fine. It's just fine.
Really?
Yeah. It's not worth a review.
Fine stinks.
Yeah,
Fine is boring.
Fine is not worth a review. Prometheus is not worth reviewing, so...
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I like bottom of the barrel shit because those episodes are fun, or top notch. Nothing in between.
I feel like the first 2 would be fun to review just because I think we'd all have different...
Yeah, we could argue over which one is better, yeah.
Which one's better? Alien is better than Alien, so I'm just going to say it now.
So I've heard.
Spoiler.
So I've heard.
For the other one, I have Phantasm.
Phantasm?
Yeah.
Phantasm.
And then the only other movie I have
got
is
some sidekick, though.
Zombie 2. So...
one of the ones that I saw from that year that I kind of wanted to check out, Driller Killer. I've never seen that.
Don't do it.
No?
Mm-mm.
I've heard if you like grimy New York, it's a good...
Yes.
Yeah.
But...
See, I'd probably like it.
There's a punk band that lives next door to the guy, and they just play the entire movie. They play the same fucking song over and over. That's why he goes crazy. Because he's living next to these people just playing the same song, and...
Is it Holiday in Cambodia?
I wish. Then I'd be alright with it.
It's a holiday in Cambodia. Don't forget to pack your wife.
We watched Tourist Trap a few months back. It's not great, but it's okay. It's worth a watch.
That's all the years we have, right?
Yes.
Good, because I want to rip apart Halloween a little bit here. I'm excited.
You guys.
It's, well, we'll get to it.
It's...
If you want to get a hold of us, facebook.com/horrorcasting, horrorcastings@gmail.com. Write in and let us know what your favorite movies of those years are, although I really doubt that there's going to be a whole lot different, but we are on iTunes and Spotify, and that's it.
Thrill me.